subscribe to our videos so that more people can hear the Word of God.
Good morning and welcome to Thursday and welcome to 5 Minutes a Day with God. And we are closing out the book of John this week, and today we are in the last few verses of chapter 21. So we're going to look at 18 to 23 today. Very truly I tell you, when you were younger you dressed yourself and went where you wanted, but when you are old you will stretch out your hands and someone else will dress you and lead you where you do not want to go. Jesus said this to indicate the kind of death by which Peter would glorify God. Then he said to him, "Follow me." Peter turned and saw the disciple whom Jesus loved was following them. This was the one who had leaned against Jesus at the supper and said, "Lord, who is going to betray you?" When Peter saw him, he asked, "Lord, what about him?" Jesus answered, "If I want him to remain alive until I return, what it is to you, you must follow me." Because of this, the rumor spread among the believers that this disciple will not die. But Jesus did not say that he would not die. He only said, "If I want him to remain alive until I return, what is that to you?" Okay, so verses 18 to 19 may seem a little like a riddle or vague to us, but basically what Jesus was saying, so Peter had tried to escape danger, right, by denying Jesus. That's basically, he was afraid that maybe the disciples would also get crucified too, or just killed, right, or imprisoned. And so because of that fear was the thing that caused him to deny Jesus 3 times. And so what Jesus is saying here is that you are going to be bold basically now, and you're going to glorify me in the way that you live and the way you die. And he said you are going to follow me. So basically what he's saying is you're going to be crucified just like I was. And so if you think about, but you're going to be not happy, but you're going to be willing to do that because you're going to give glory to me who you follow, right? So he's gonna and be kind of like proud to follow Jesus in this manner. So Peter does get crucified. This is 34 years later after Jesus prophesied this. And then but Peter doesn't want to be crucified the way Jesus was, because he didn't want to he said, "I'm not worthy to be crucified in the same manner that Jesus was, that my Lord was." So he was actually crucified upside down. And so, but then the thing that's kind of funny at this point is that Peter looks back and he goes, "What about John? How is he gonna die?" Right? And so Jesus is just saying, it doesn't matter if John's still alive when I come back. You worry about you. And then of course that's how rumors started, right? People are like saying, "Oh, is John ever going to die?" And so they probably were thinking that there was a merit to that, because John was actually, of all the disciples, he was the last one to die. And he was the only one to die a natural death, right? He wasn't martyred. So, but I just want to get to that point where Jesus was saying, you follow me. You don't worry about anybody else. You follow me. And isn't that so true for us? Like, if we're honest, we do that, right? We do that to God. We're like, but what about that person, right? What about that person who did that and they don't seem to be getting consequences, right? Or that person who said they're following you, but their lifestyle doesn't look like they're following you, Jesus, or how come they're getting all these blessings and I'm not, right? And I think that's our human nature, is to be like, oh, okay, but what about that person? And Jesus says, I believe the same thing he said to Peter, that he's saying to us. It's like, it doesn't matter about that other person. You don't worry about them. You worry about you, right? And our challenge is to follow him every single day of our life, right? I mean, we're already saved. We're not earning our salvation, but we do pick up our cross every day and choose to follow him in our actions, in our words, in our deeds, the way we treat people, the way we love others. This is how we follow Jesus. And so just want to encourage you with that. That if you have that moment where you're thinking, what about that person? It's like, hear Jesus' words, follow me. Don't worry about that person. All right, have a good day. And we'll see you tomorrow as we conclude the book of John. Have a good day. And remember, 5 minutes of the word can change your life.